I gotta pump those numbers up. Those are rookie numbers in this racket.
Am I hyped for Ultimate Masters? Well, kinda. It's a controversial set, but it brings a lot of much needed reprints. And when I say a lot, I mean a lot. I'm also hyped to draft it, as I've loved playing Limited in almost every Masters environment thus far. And yes, that even includes you, Modern Masters 2, even after that dreadful performance at GP Utrecht, where I got knocked out by bomb after bomb mythic, round after round.
My pool's pretty good. I'm playing a greedy deck with Crick of Liege and Guile in it, because I'm a filthy scrub. And the guy next to me thought my deck was insane, so that's always something. Yeah, so this is round 5, and as you can tell I'm not sat down, so that means I've dropped. I went 1-4 drop. I conceded to the guy in the 3rd round because he wouldn't concede, so I give him the win. Yeah, my pool was good. I did really badly. I made some misplays. Sometimes you just get run over. Up in 8 to go with Khan, then it's another guy with Khan, then another guy with Kiki Chiki. So getting smashed by mythics is fun. The format's more bomby than I expected.
However, the issue on everyone's lips is price. And after the successful sale of the Mythic Edition Walker box, Wizards are back seemingly immediately to ask us how much we are willing to pay for luxury cardboard. But this time, it's for randomised boosters. This time, it's not gambling, but it's definitely a gamble.
Ladies and gentlemen, that greed, for lack of a better word, is good.
One Ultimate Masters booster box will set you back a measly, a pitiful $335.76. If I sound ill, it's because I am, but I can't not make a video about this a little bit because it is a hot topic, shall we say. At current exchange rate, that's 256 English pounds, or quid as we call it colloquially. So I thought I'd take a look at what that money could actually buy you. Some of these are approximates, so feel free to check my maths, but if you feel like correcting it in the comment section below, reflect upon yourself. Just take a moment to reflect long and hard upon who you are, and perhaps just don't do that. For the amount of money you would spend on an Ultimate Masters booster box, you can buy a Nintendo Switch, 112 copies of Hannah Montana the movie, the video game for Xbox 360, and yes, I've played it, and no, I don't want to talk about it. Or you could buy a GeForce GTX 1060, the pre-purchase of Warcraft 3 Reforged, a box of Jaffa Cakes, a 4-pack of Monster Energy drink, and a Vindaloo from my local curry house, complete with rice and naan bread. My god, the hype for this release has got me so excited I just need to shit constantly, perhaps even more so than what this terrible diet would do to me. Maybe. Or you could buy 15.5 buckets of KFC chicken, which is 210 pieces of KFC chicken. Or 1,000 McChicken nuggets. You might not get a box topper with this purchase, but you will get heartburn and chronic, devastating and rather unapologetic diarrhea. Or you could buy 68 Danny DeVito face masks from frugo.co.uk, excluding shipping of course. Or you could buy 418 Overwatch loot boxes, or 250 Hearthstone boosters, or 134 loot crate keys for PUBG, or upon release you could have gotten 200 Star Wars Battlefront 2 crates. Ugh. And if you're suddenly thinking, hang on a second, are booster packs kinda similar to loot boxes? Don't worry guys, at least you get to resell our cards on the secondary market. That counts for something, right? Unless you open Lava Claw Reaches. Yikes. Or you could buy 17 of these rather questionable and very unofficial League of Legends anime body pillows. I'm probably going to have to blur or block out the arse on that one. Yeah. Could buy 278 cans of Monster Energy drink. Or you could get yourself 33,500 V-Bucks in Fortnite, which, to put it into perspective, would allow you to purchase approximately all of the envy of every 9-year-old child on Earth. Or you could buy a Spotify membership for just over 2 years. Or you can get the carpets professionally cleaned in 2.5 5-bedroom houses. Actually, I should have done the maths better with that. Is that 2 5-bedroom houses, then one that's got 2.5 rooms? I didn't write that down. Or 2.5 hours with a friendly lady of the night who will probably clean your carpets professionally, if you know what I mean. Or a night out in Barcelona where you lose your phone and wallet, possibly having been drugged. Actually, who am I kidding? That night out cost me way more than $300. You can get yourself 6 Apple iPod 30GB 5th generation, available in both black and white, though the white ones are slightly dearer than the black ones. They probably come preloaded with some U2 album no one ever wanted to fucking hear as well, so that's a bonus, right? It's like a box topper, but when you open the packet, it's just a turd. It's the fucking shit in the packet. You'd be $5 short of buying 2 boxes of Battle Bond and 1 box of Original Conspiracy. You can almost buy an entire box, that's 36 boosters, not 24 by the way, of Guild Packed as well if you want something more historic. For the price of an Uma box. All of this and more is available at Cape Fear Games, one of this channel's wonderful sponsors. Seriously though, the EV and Battle Bond packs seem solid, especially in those EDH dual lands that probably won't get reprinted for another year, and cards like True Name Nemesis and Brightling and other nonsense that holds a bit of value, that Warrior Commander as well. Honestly, bag up. Bag the fuck up. You could also apparently buy a temporary restraining order against a friend in Santa Cruz, California. I guess you could do that for the banter, right? Just before the weekend before a GP, just put a restraining order on your mate. Yeah, that'd be proper funny, that would be. You can also buy an unboxed N64 with 3 controllers: Banjo-Kazooie, Diddy Kong Racing, GoldenEye, Ocarina of Time, Lilac Wars, Mario Kart, Pokemon Snap, Pokemon Stadium, Star Wars Episode 1 Racer, Star Wars Rogue Squadron, Shadows of the Empire, Super Mario 64, Turok 2 and Yoshi's Story, and still have enough change left over for a medium pizza from Domino's to eat whilst your friends all come round and play some Mario Kart. I probably should have put Smash Bros on this list actually as well, maybe a Mario Party title, but I just sort of clicked the first ones that came up in the search on CEX. Or how about 17 copies of Assassin's Trophy from Cape Fear Games, because as we all know, there's nothing better than ass blasting people. Oh, you could also buy 174 kilograms of polished white Chinese pebbles, in case you've got a garden. I've got a garden, and my wife wants us to sort of buy some pebbles and sort out the shrubberies and stuff. I just can't be fucking bothered. Look, the point is, you could buy a lot of shit for the price of a box of Ultimate Masters, but that doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things. The EV on these packs will be most likely quite solid from the looks of things. The sealed product will grow in price if you sit on it, and the staples that you open, if you don't get too unlucky, and that's the problem, I guess there's a lot of luck here, will hold their value as it's a limited print one, as much as we're expecting anyway, and there won't be any more Masters products for these cards to get printed in future. So it's probably a solid investment from that perspective. The problem comes in the fact that there are going to be dud rares, and there kind of has to be dud rares. Not every single rare can be super duper value. You have to have your Lava Claw Leeches and your Balefire Dragons, especially if you want this to be draftable in any capacity, I guess, as well. There seems to be no focus on the draft environment, which is pretty sad from the perspective of someone like myself that enjoys drafting these kinds of sets, but the verdict on that is out until we actually see the set, and I'll be making a lot of draft content around this because I'm kind of excited about that. The problem, I guess, is that it struggles with similar issues to previous Master sets. It doesn't fix any of the problems we had before either. The primary issue before was the price point. I mean, they didn't even have to fill it with this much reprint equity. If they had just kept the price the same and put in most of these cards, people would have been happy. And I know Wizards is a business and I want them to make money and I want them to succeed, but we're getting to the point where I feel like they're testing the water to see how far they can push people's wallets. So if people buy and buy and buy, we're probably going to have another Masters set or similar supplemental product in a couple of months or a couple of years. That's far, far above and beyond the cost of this one. I've been PleasantKenobi. I'm very sore, I'm very tired, I'm very ill. And I want to love another Masters set. I want it to reignite my passion and excitement for a cool like pseudo cube format like the first Modern Masters, for example, or the third one, because that was also wicked. But I can't help but be a bit peeved that these packs cost just so much money. I hope you've enjoyed the video. I want to make it a bit more light-hearted because Twitter's just full of people being very angry, and rightfully so for the most part. I'll see you all very, very soon.